Hello, my name's Ken Nolte, and I am the instructor for Biology 10, General Biology, which is a fully online course. So I wanted to spend just a few minutes introducing you to me and to the course. So I'm going to go over the syllabus and a little bit about Canvas. So once you've gone through this, then I'd suggest you spend some time, especially this first week, really getting inside of Canvas, navigating around, looking at all the pages, make sure you can find everything. And then please, if you're having any questions, any struggles early on, make sure you email me sooner rather than later. Also, probably one of the first rules of public speaking is don't talk with anything in your mouth. Unfortunately, I've got some throat issues, so I need to be sucking on some hard candy so I can actually be able to talk a little bit. Normally my voice isn't quite this squeaky sounding, but hopefully you'll be able to get through it, no problems. So again, there's a hard copy of the syllabus in Canvas, which we'll look at. Actually, I guess I can go there right away here. When you log in, first week, you should be seeing exactly what's on the page here. There's a title called Getting Started. First link is to information about your textbook, which is a free resource that I'll talk a little more in a minute. I'd suggest within the first week you also log on to the introductions. This is simply a short statement about who you are, what your major is, career goals, that kind of stuff, just so I can get to know you a little better. Since we don't interact like we would in a normal class, it just helps me to put a name with a face. Also, there will be a number of assignments during the semester. So there's a rubric here that basically explains what's expected of you with regards to the assignments. And so make sure you read that. I don't think I'll wait for it to load here. Basically, again, just tells you what's expected of you from the standpoint of getting the maximum credit on assignments. The copy of the syllabus is there. I still kind of like to print out hard copies, even for an online class. That way you can have it sitting here in front of you at your computer, and you'll always have access to, seeing when things are due, when there are quizzes and such, but totally up to you how you use it. Keep it on your phone, your laptop, computer, whatever. Use it that way. And then each week there will be the PowerPoint lectures, which will work just like this. In other words, I'll be up there in the corner so you can see my face as I'm covering the different topics. Also, because science is kind of like a foreign language, lots of terminology that you may not be familiar with. I separate out the key terms there, which you should study. These are also in the book at the end of each chapter. When there's assignment, it'll be clearly visible along with the due date. Now, again, notice on this one, I haven't changed or updated things yet, so it says, due January 1st. But for you, it'll be the relevant date, the relevant due date for you. All assignments will be open beginning of each week, Sunday or Monday, and then you'll have until the end of the week, Sunday at midnight, to complete them. So you basically have the entire week to pick a day and a time when you can do that. There may be some other web links for other things that I think are helpful. Then when it gets to be a week for a quiz, again, the quiz will be listed and the due date. They're all worth 60 points. So again, this isn't fully updated. But then there also will be a practice quiz for each of the real quizzes. They're not worth points, 10 questions, just to give you kind of a feel for the types of questions that'll be in the real quiz. So you won't be able to see everything at one time. Everything will open up, kind of section by section as it's relevant. All right, so back to the syllabus then. All my contact information's at the top. I'm not on campus during the summer, but during the rest of the school year, that's my office. Probably the best way, though, to get a hold of me is emailing me. And I would really recommend you email me in Canvas, not at my campus email. That way it's easier for me to sort out which class you're in, which class you're asking about. So make sure you spend some time to read the course catalog description. Um, Make sure you take time to read through all the policies. These are all, again, what's expected of you as a student. And so it's important to make sure you're clear on everything that's required of you as a student, even though you may not even set foot on Shasta College campus. All of these policies are are still relevant. As I briefly mentioned, your textbook is offered as a free book through OpenStax. The website's listed there, the ISBN is listed, and if you just download it as a PDF, it's free. If you prefer to have an actual hard copy of the book, you can get them typically for less than $30. $30 for a hard copy, or less even maybe for a used one. So however you want to access that, free or very cheap. So again, I'm not going to read everything to you, but make sure you read through all the policies. Even though this is a fully online class, there is still some expectation that you participate in the class. And so that means, reading the material, putting effort into the class discussions and assignments. You don't really have attendance, strictly speaking, but I can look at a log and see how frequently you logged into the class. And so that gives me a sense of how much you've been participating in the class activities. Grading is pretty straightforward. 5 quizzes worth 60 points each, so that's about half of your total score. And then there will be about 10 assignments. They might be a discussion where I post a topic and you have to reply to that topic, read other student posts, or it could just be some sort of an assignment where you have to answer some questions or something. That'll total about 250 points. So again, about half in the quizzes and about half in the assignments. You'll have 75 minutes to do each of the quizzes, 30 questions, so that's plenty of time. But it's only plenty of time as long as you make sure that you prepare properly for the quiz. So I really suggest that you study for the quiz as if you were going to have to take it in a classroom without the book. Of course, you do have access to the book during the quiz, but one of the biggest issues I see with online classes is that students assume they don't have to work as hard, or that for a quiz, for example, they can just have the book in front of them and look up all the answers. And you certainly can look up answers, but you're not going to be able to look up all of the answers in the amount of time that you have. As you saw in the syllabus, each quiz is listed on there, and the exact days and times are listed. The quizzes are always available on Sunday through Thursday at midnight, or Thursday through Sunday at midnight. And you have to complete it by midnight, basically, on Sunday. With the quizzes, I don't allow any makeup, no excuses. If you contact me ahead of time that you're having a problem or something's up and you're going to miss the quiz, then I'll work with you. But if I get an email Monday saying, oh crap, I forgot the quiz, you're out of luck. And if that's the case, then you'll have to rely on doing a little bit of the extra credit that I offer. The assignments and the discussions, on the other hand, you can turn those in late, but only within a week of the original due date, and for partial credit, not full credit. So that's why it's really important that you pay attention to the syllabus and notice that the exact due dates are always going to be listed for the quizzes. The assignments, again, are going to be available the entire week that they're posted. As long as you complete them by Sunday at midnight, you can earn full credit. And then as far as extra credit, the only option for extra credit are the completion of some of the student success workshops that Shasta College offers. I'm not even sure where the direct link to these are at this point, but if you go to the main Shasta College website and in the upper right corner, the search box, type in online student success workshops, and it'll take you there. You can complete up to 4 of those for a total of 20 points, 5 points each. And then you have to email me a copy of the certificate to show that you actually did complete the workshops. The rest of this, again, is just the weekly schedule. Notice we start off with Chapter 1 and we go pretty much in order through Chapter 9. But then we actually jump ahead to Chapter 11 and 12, and then we skip a whole bunch of chapters in the middle of the book, and then the last part of the class is chapters 19, 20, and 21. The middle section of the book is content that we just don't have time to cover, so we don't do those specific chapters during this class. Also important dates, so read through that as far as dropping and things like applying for your degree, and then just an outline of the objectives for the class and the actual course content. So what I want to say here in closing is just start out strong. Make sure you investigate Canvas, you find everything. You read the syllabus carefully. Email me right away if you don't understand something, if you have any questions. Prepare for the quizzes as if you didn't have the book. Again, you will have the book, but prepare for the quizzes. Pay attention to the syllabus and the due dates so that you can get everything turned in on time. Treat this class not like it's an easier class, because it isn't. Should be fun and interesting. Just make sure you stay on top of the syllabus. Make sure you read the chapters that are relevant to the topics. You watch the lectures like what we're doing here. And again, if you have any questions, just be certain to email me sooner than later. All right, so I look forward to getting to know each of you a little better and having a great semester. Thanks.